Hello my dear students, welcome back in the science classes. I am Japrit Kaur, your science teacher. So dear student, in this video we will study about the microbes. Okay, and this topic is of your chapter number 6, that is teeth and the microbes. So in the previous video I have explained you about the teeth. Today in this video we will learn about the microbes. Okay, so now what are the microbes? Microbes are single cell organisms, means the microbes are made up of only one cell, only the single cell. But we the humans and the plants are made up of the multiple cells. Means the we can say we are made up of we are group of the cells. ठीक है? So now the single cell animals, microbes are single cell organisms, okay, that are invisible to the naked eyes. Means the microbes are present in the environment, but then also we cannot see it. So that is impossible to see from our naked eyes. To see them we need microscope. Okay, so they are also known as the microorganisms. So this single cell microbes are also known as the microorganisms or microscopic organisms. Why they are known as the microscopic organisms? Because they could only be seen under microscope. Okay, to see the microbes we need the microscope. Okay, so that's why they are known as the microscopic organisms. Now the term microbes, okay, the term microbes is used to describe several different life forms with different size and the characteristics. Means if we are saying that the microbes means there are the different life forms, means the bacteria is there, viruses, protozoas, fungi. So all this comes under this term microbes. Okay, so what are the microbes? Microbes are used to describe the different life forms, okay, with the different size and the characteristics. Means the microbes are of different sizes and the characteristics. Okay, now microbes can be useful as well as the harmful. Means there are the both type of the microbes are there which are helpful for us as well as they are harmful also. Okay, so the certain microbes cause severe infections and diseases. Some of the microbes those are harmful to us. They causes severe infections. Okay, and they causes the diseases also, okay, and can also be spoil the food. So as in the previous chapter also, when I have explained you the non-green plants, I have explained you about the molds. So what is that mold? That is a microbe. Okay, so the mold when it appears on the dead and the decaying food. Okay, where it appears? It appears on the dead and the decaying food. Means they grow on that. Okay, so they also spoil the foods. That is the microbe. Okay, now the microbes which cause diseases are called the germs. G-E-R-M-S, germs. Okay, what are the germs? Now the definition can be come that what is the germs or the question. Okay, so the microbes which causes the disease are called the germs. Okay. Now, bile plays an important role in maintaining environmental balance. So some of the microbes which are helpful to us. Okay, useful. So that microbes plays a very important role in maintaining the environment balance. Okay, so this is that the microbes can be useful as well as the harmful. Okay, certain microbes cause severe infections and disease, cause severe infections and disease. So, and can also spoil food. Okay, the microbes can also spoil the food. The microbes which cause disease are called the germs, while other plays an important role in maintaining environmental balance. Okay, so now that there are the different kinds of the microbes. So there are basically four kinds of the microorganisms. Okay, four main kinds of the microorganisms. First is the bacteria, second is the virus, third is the protozoa, and fourth is the fungi. Okay, we pronounce it as in fungi. So all these bacteria are of different shapes, sizes, okay, and even their characteristics are also different. So these are of some helpful also as well as they are harmful. So let's have a detailed look of all these types of the microorganisms and some their importance. First we will study about the bacteria. Okay, the bacteria also called the germs. Okay, as I have told you, the bacteria or the microbes that causes the disease or the infections are known as the microbes. So, bacteria, that bacteria which causes the disease are known as the germs and are microscopic organisms. So, where means we can see the bacteria under the microscope. So, this is microscopic organism. The bacteria are everywhere, both inside and outside of our body. So you know that the bacteria are present everywhere, both inside and outside of our body. Means in our inside of the body, the bacteria are present as well as the outside of our body, means in the environment. Okay, so the next point is bacteria can live in variety of environments from hot water to the ice water. Okay, or the ice, means the bacteria are of different species, of different kinds, of different size and of different characteristics. So the bacteria can even live in the hot water as well as they can live in the ice also. Okay, means in the colder regions also. So this is the bacteria can live in the variety of the environments from hot water to the ice. Okay, this is how, because the bacteria are of different species. Okay, the different forms of the bacteria are there, which are of different size, shape, and the characteristics. Okay, there are some of the bacteria which are harmful to us. For example, are Salmonella type. Okay, Salmonella. This is Salmonella, which causes the food poisoning. Okay. Now the second one is the Helicobacter pylori. Okay, Helicobacter pylori, which causes the ulcers. Now the third bacteria is the Streptococcal bacteria, okay, which causes the ear infections. Okay, Streptococcal bacteria which causes the ear infections, and the fourth one is the Salmonella typhi, which causes the typhoid. Okay, this is the in with this the symptoms are there. Fever, okay, high fever is there. So the typhoid is a serious disease, okay, which is caused by the Salmonella typhi. Okay, so these are first the Salmonella, which causes the food poisoning. Second is the Helicobacter pylori, which causes the ulcer. Third is the Streptococcal bacteria, which causes the ear infection. Then the Salmonella typhi, which causes the typhoid. Okay, now let's see the useful bacteria. So dear students, the bacteria which are useful for us, we can use it for making the different eating items, okay, the food items like the pickle, the chocolates. Yes, the pickle that you eat or the chocolate that you like are also made by the help of the bacteria. Okay, so the bacteria are also helpful in the various process, like bacteria helps in our digestion system also. Okay, it helps to digest. Okay, so the bacteria that is present in our body is the lactobacillus. Okay, and this bacteria help us to digest the food or to break down the food. Okay, now the second is the bacteria in our food. So in our food the bacteria is present is the Lactobacillus acidophilus. Okay, Lactobacillus acidophilus. So as I have told you that some of the bacteria are present inside of our body as well as the outside. So the bacteria that is present inside our body is the Lactobacillus. Okay, and this Lactobacillus are of same, but the bacteria's name is the same, but the variant and the shape, the size is different and their characteristics are also different. So don't get confused. That's why I differentiate by writing this acidophilus. Okay, lactobacillus is present in our body, which helps in the digestion, and the lactobacillus acidophilus is present in the food items, especially in the milk, which helps to convert it into the curd. Okay, so this lactobacillus acidophilus makes the lactic acid, which transform or which converts the milk into curd. Okay, and due to this, the lactic acid, the taste of the curd is acidic. Okay, that is soil. So now the fourth one, the bacteria in the soil. Some of the bacteria, as I have told you, that everywhere it is present, so the bacteria are also present in the soil. So in the soil, the bacteria is present, that is the rhizobium, which helps the farmers also, okay, and it releases the fertility of, it increases the fertility of the soil. Okay, it increases the fertility of the soil. How? By fixing the nitrogen. By fixing the nitrogen in the soil. So the nitrogen is fixed with the help of this rhizobium, and that nitrogen is very essential for the plants for their proper growth. Okay, so first is the bacteria in our body, that is the lactobacillus, which helps in the digestion. Then the second is the bacteria in our food, that is the lactobacillus acidophilus, okay, which converts the milk into the curd. Then the bacteria in the soil, that is the rhizobium, which fixes the nitrogen into the soil and increases the fertility of that soil, which helps the plant to grow properly. Okay. So this is the structure of the bacteria. Okay. So the bacteria consists of this cell wall, the yellow color line you can see outline. Okay, so this is the cell wall, which is made up of the protein, and it helps the to protect the internal structure and the things materials of the bacteria. So next is the plasmid DNA, which is the circular red color structure you can see, the plasmid DNA, which helps the bacteria to survive. Okay, then the pink color, the tail-like structure, which is the flagellum, which helps the bacteria to move. Okay, means this flagellum helps the bacteria for the movement. Then the blue color fluid is present there, which is a liquid, okay, and known as the cytoplasm. Then the bacterial DNA, which is also known as the chromosomal DNA, which consists of the RNA molecules and the proteins. So this is a small clip of the bacteria that is present in the curd, okay, which means makes the curd, that is lactobacillus. Yes, so this is a rod shaped bacteria, as you can see here. So dear student, this is all for today. If you like today's lecture, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. In the next video, I will come with a new topic, means we will continue this chapter and we will study about the virus, protozoa and the fungi. So till then, keep learning, stay safe and stay healthy.